Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hellboy, the Science of Evil. This time we're playing multiplayer, and the part of Abe Sapien will be played by my mysterious business partner, or MBP for short. Abe's story is actually a bit complicated, more so than Hellboy's, so I'm going to say as much as I can as quickly as possible. Abe was originally born Langdon Everett Call. He was a part of the Owen Society, which worshipped the deity of the same name, and they believed all knowledge in life originated from the sea. He discovered a strange creature in underwater ruins, and with his colleagues performed a ritual that transformed him into a merman of sorts. He was then sealed underneath Washington, D.C. hospital until he was fully formed, but became abandoned during the Civil War, and was not found till many years later. The BRPD performed extensive research on him, violent research, but he was saved from vivisection by Hellboy. He received his name Abe from the Lincoln assassination.
Watch out!
Now, Abe, as a character in the game, has his own unique attributes. He attacks much faster than Hellboy, he can shoot multiple rounds at the same time, therefore doing more damage, and he has longer combos.
That was easy.
What we just fought there appeared to be demonic spirits of some sort, taking the shape of Oni. They may be angry at Hellboy's sudden intrusion into the forest, or they may have some other reason for assaulting us. Perhaps they're just angry in general. Those lanterns back there can only be lit by this guy's spear, which, appropriately enough, has its own lantern attached to it. And I accidentally destroyed him.
Fight fire with a big fist.
We're going to have to wait till another floating head comes down here. There we go. Now we're going to punch this guy very carefully so we can obtain his staff. Back in the beginning of the stage you may have noticed a little fox spirit. And there it is again. It appears several more times throughout the stage, but we're not quite sure what it's for yet or what it does exactly. If it's leading us or if it's just running around in the forest doing whatever it pleases. Right here is the first introduction to a plinth, which is a crystal that forms out of that white aura there in the background. It can only be struck by a certain character at a certain time. When it is red, it can be struck by Hellboy, and when it is green, it can be struck by Abe. While I was yammering on about that, I grabbed some fireflies from a lantern in the center right there. Those fireflies act as bullets which can light the lanterns that we previously needed that enemy's spear for. When the plinth turns yellow, that means it can be struck by both characters simultaneously. This is usually the best time to take it out. As you may notice, the fact that my mysterious business partner is playing as Abe, combined with the fact that he is better at the game in general, makes me look entirely useless here. So I'm just running around doing whatever I can. Cooperative mode tends to make the game a lot more enjoyable as you can accomplish a lot more and the fights are a lot more hectic and involving. That's all three lanterns, and like usual we need to defeat every enemy to destroy the ghost barrier. as soon as that fella right there decides to stop being a floating head. Maybe we'll come back to him in a moment. There we go.
Watch out.
These giant arches right here can be destroyed by your attacks. It doesn't really do anything, but I just thought that was a kind of neat touch. Maybe if Hellboy stopped breaking everything, these spirits would not be so furious with us.
Whoa. You got a good reason to be angry. You want to talk about it?
This guy is probably the first genuinely challenging enemy in the game. He will block Hellboy's straight-on attacks, so it's your best bet to hit him from behind. His attacks also do more damage than any other enemies we've seen this far. Someone was clearly here before us, and someone clearly destroyed that statue. Who that was exactly, we have no idea just yet.
Gotta be a merit badge in that.
Almost every enemy you encounter in this game, save for... No, wait. Yep, pretty much every enemy you encounter in this game will later be introduced as a regular foe. Yes, a Nazi robot, so it's very clear at this point that someone was here before us. This artifact right here is the calling card of Lobster Johnson, also known as the Lobster, a superhero or vigilante who mostly worked in New York in the 1930s. Right now, he is regarded in modern times as nothing more than a myth, but Hellboy knows better and actually rather admires the guy. Another large combat situation, another chance for you to stare at the bottom screen instead of watching me be incompetent while my mysterious business partner handles everything easily. As you may have noticed, Abe cannot pick up large objects as Hellboy can. However, this is rather easily balanced by his increased skill with the pistols. In this stage, there is nothing in place of the plinth. There are no cursed graves or any such thing for the rest of the game, I believe. The plinth is simply there in cooperative mode to add a little more life to the larger battles.
I like it.
Hey, it's been a little while since we punched through something.
Watch out.
This is the largest area in this chapter with the most lanterns to light up. There is actually a way to get lost here. I've done it more than once, but if you have common sense, it's really not too bad. You can do simple combos with the weapons Hellboy picks up, though they're really limited. And this fellow does not want to stop dematerializing and then reappearing to hit me in the butt, so I'm just going to shoot at him. There's only one more lantern to get back here behind these bamboo, which Abe just utterly obliterated. If you notice, there is yet another destroyed statue right up here and to our left. However, there are 3 untouched. And they are still angry. Whoever was here before us was clearly not very careful.
It is good you are here.
Yeah, your friends don't seem to think so.
They are guardians, and they are demons. The combination is
Violent?
volatile, and they are not my friends.
Really?
No, they protect this forest. The trees and rocks, the water and air, the wind.
The wind. Fantastic.
You are not the only intruder. Not the reason for their anger. Another has come, falsely clad, like others before him. He comes for the wind.
Falsely clad, huh?
Perhaps because of this, they cannot see him. His beast they can see, but it is powerful, and they are confused by its destruction. You have seen some of the results of its search.
This is starting to sound like a...
You must stop them. Ring the bell to beg passage from the forest. It can be fickle, but the wind needs your protection, so the forest may understand.
Let me guess. That's all I'm getting. So if I say yes, your friends will get off my back, right?
I'm sorry, no. They are what they are, but you have my blessing.
Yeah, thanks.
Hellboy, they are your cousins. Be gentle.
So we learned a lot of new things from that conversation. One, that we are not the reason for the spirit's anger. Two, that whoever came here before us, according to Hellboy, seems to be wielding a giant ape and has come falsely clad. Fans of the comic book series probably know where this is headed. And three, whoever is here is searching for the wind, which is probably the reason for the strange mist that the BRPD initially reported.
Hey.
That fellow right there was a Kriegoff, which is German for war ape. And we seem to have spotted our intruder, Mr. Mysterious Chrome Dome, so we're going to be following him now.
Watch out!
The Kriegoff are Frankensteinish war apes in the service of a Mr. Hermann von Klimt, who was a mad Nazi scientist. He participated in the 1930s in a Nazi space program to contact non-corporeal beings who demanded a human shell, and in return would destroy all of the Nazis' enemies. As the Nazis prepared a human shell, their base came under attack by the Lobster and many American troops. The shell launched incorrectly, and everyone was destroyed, save for Hermann von Klimt's head. Whether Mr. Mysterious Crimson is Hermann von Klimt, we don't know yet, though it seems very likely at this point. Destroying that wood does nothing, but I felt it needed to be done. Right up here we have more new ammo, the scatter bullets, which act as a scatter shot, as one could expect. They deal more damage than the heavy rounds and are capable of hitting more than one enemy, though they are most useful if you are playing as Abe. Regardless of whether the spirits are angry with Hellboy, he should probably stop ripping up so many signs. While usually artifacts contain references to Hellboy's series at most times, this in fact is just a cicada stone. Now let's ring the bell.
You obviously need your beauty sleep, so I'm sorry to wake you. But for that, I'm gonna ring more than your damn bell.
This right here is the hardest enemy we're going to see for a long, long time. He is capable of blocking bullets and blocks almost every melee attack. The easiest way to defeat him is to wait until just after he is attacked. However, we are not so smart, and Abe is just going to spam bullets at him. After finishing him off, you get his sword, which is probably one of the most powerful weapons in the game. However, you only use it once or twice. It is incredibly strong and is capable of taking out... Abe really likes it. And is capable of taking out enemies in the stage in 1 or 2 hits.
Not good.
I like it.
Abe, once again, is very fond of the Black Oni sword.
Watch out.
Nailed that guy with 1 hit. Now once again it's time for Abe to destroy everything while I flop around trying to fight this single enemy and failing. I'm not sure Abe even knows where he is or what he's doing anymore.
Watch out.
This seems as good a time as any to mention that in the main menu you may have noticed there was a download button. That is for downloading extra levels that were to be DLC. However, the studio, not Chrome Studios itself, but the studio within Chrome Studios that made Hellboy: The Signs of Evil was disbanded shortly after the game's release. Right up here is the last artifact. Once again, nothing special, just an ancient coin. Though I guess an ancient coin in itself is something special. And right over here to our left, we can see that temple that Hellboy mentioned way back in the beginning. So let's go check that out, and maybe we'll finally meet our mysterious intruder.
Hi there, picklehead.
You! Where's number 4?
Peeling bananas. What do I care?
Crétin! Your jokes are as pathetic as any attempt you might make to stop me. Not when power enough for 20 armies is finally within my reach.
Enough with the vat-grown super soldiers, would you? Pay minimum wage like everyone else.
Fool! With the wind I shall breathe life back into the Reich, and the new order will sweep the earth!
Or I'll knock that stupid dome off your stupid body and we'll see what happens.
Wait, you have company.
Didn't get enough of this last time, huh?
That was indeed Mr. Herman von Klimt. And this boss fight right here, if you would like to call it that, is one of my favorite moments in the game. You are meant to destroy all of the pillars supporting each room so that way the temple collapses on the Krieghoff. It is more fun in co-op where one of you supposedly would distract the beast while the other destroys the pillars. I find it does its job. It's rather intense and it's rather entertaining. If, you know, you're certainly not going to be bored during this boss battle, if nothing else. The Krieghoff has a rather wide range with its grabs, so you want to stay away from its front as often as possible. It can actually be stunned, though as you can see it takes many hits to do so. Here is the last floor with a whole lot of pillars, a whole lot. Luckily we did stun the Krieghoff so I can leap right onto its back and punch it in the face while Abe goes around destroying the pillars. It can only be grabbed from the front, which I learned just there. Abe's leg sweep is definitely the easiest way to take out these pillars, and this boss fight would take way longer without him.
I could get used to that.
Very gentle.
Damn.
The fox spirit seemed to become some sort of silver trinket in that cutscene. One could assume that the fox spirit was in fact the wind that everyone was after from the start.
Honey, I'm home. Oh.